Yo, what's up, everyone? My name is Andrew Warren, and this is absolutely crazy. We're looking at my all-time chart right now. As you guys can see, my portfolio is absolutely destroyed. I started, I think, on like December 2nd was the first day that I purchased something in Robinhood. That's when I first started investing, and we had a huge bull market over time until this recent date with the whole Rona situation and all of these other issues that we have surrounding right now. But as you guys can see, just today alone, my whole portfolio is down $5,600, or in other terms, 9.20%. This is absolutely crazy. And even though, like, you guys know, I'm a long-term investor, I'm not worried about anything because I'm in it for the long term. But I will have to say, even as a long-term investor, this is certainly discouraging when you see that right there. When you look at the all-time graph, and another thing to mention is I did start recently. Like, I have to realize that I started in December. That's only 3 months ago. So, I mean, it's not a big deal really because obviously it makes sense that it's going to go lower than what I first started at when I only started 3 months ago. So that really doesn't stress me out. And as you guys know, none of this really stresses me out long term. I really don't worry about it. But I will have to admit, this is pretty crazy. And it's kind of going to be interesting just to see how everyone else reacts to this because this is just insane, dude. Down $5,600. My whole portfolio is down 9% in one day. Over the past week, let's see, over the past month, it's down 10%. I knew it was coming. I called this, dude. I called the dead cat bounce, dude. I told you guys we would get like this rally, the bull rally, and then finally it would go bearish. We'd get that rebound. This is the dead cat bounce right here. And I told you guys we would get this bounce up a little bit, and then it would spike down even farther. So as you can see, that's exactly what has happened, dude. I'm kind of excited that I predicted this correctly, but then again, I'm also not excited for everyone else's portfolio because I know, like, I don't want anyone out there to be losing their retirement. Just imagine if you're like 58 years old, you're about to retire, about to cash out your Roth IRA, you know, you're getting close to that. Or if you're like 59, you're not 59 and a half yet. Just imagine being that person and losing like 10% of your portfolio in one day. Say you had $1 million or you have $2 million and you come out of there with like 900,000 or 1,800, and then you get taxes taken off of that if you're using an individual account and just investing without a Roth IRA. So I just can't even imagine losing that much money in one day just because you decided to wait a little bit longer to retire. Say you're already, you know, in the age of retirement, but you see this bull market and you really want to stay in there and sort of try to time the market. And this is a perfect example of why you don't want to time the market. Imagine if you're that person at a retirement age and, you know, you're seeing all of these positive gains over time and you're like, okay, I'll stick it out a few months. You know, say like February 5th, you're like, all right, I'll stick it out a few months. These stocks are looking pretty crazy right now. Everybody's getting a ton of gains. You stay in the market. You see this huge rally upwards and you get really excited. And you're like, all right, I'm definitely staying a few more months. And then this happens right afterwards. You know, that's what happens when you try to time the market. And it goes both ways. Like, if you're already making a lot of money and you're trying to time the market for when you should sell off completely for retirement, and we're talking about retirement here, not just selling off, you know, say if you're 20 years old and you want to make a quick profit. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about people that are like 60 years old and they could have obviously already taken everything out already for retirement, but they see this big bull rally right here and they're like, okay, I'll stay in a few more months and see what happens. And then obviously we get this huge drop. So that shows how timing the market can really hurt you. As you guys know, I've been sort of just dollar cost averaging everything into these stocks over the past few months since I started back in December. There's some days that I will insert like a lot of money in at once, and then other times I won't insert much money at all. But it's not necessarily consistent dollar cost averaging, but it's mostly just me pumping in like a large amount of money every few days or something like that, like every few weeks. Like, for example, today I sold off my McDonald shares and my TQQQ shares, which were both at a negative, and I do realize that that's just a short-term loss that I have to accept, but I had much more faith putting that money into Microsoft, which is why I purchased a little bit more today, because this is an amazing deal for Microsoft right now. $150. I just think this is an amazing price to jump into the stock market and purchase Microsoft shares at. And all that is personal opinion. That is not like financial advice or anything. but I just think it's a great opportunity to get some Microsoft. And oh my God, I am tempted on Tesla too. Tesla is down 14%. I'm not even going to lie, dude. $604 is a very tempting price, but all of my cash is in stocks right now. Most of my cash is. I'm saving a little bit to pay taxes in April, but that's about it, dude. Almost all of my money is in stocks, and I know it's not going to look good for a while, but as you guys know, I invest long term, and I bought a lot of these stocks on sale. Like, I bought a lot of Microsoft on sale. I bought about 15 shares of VOO on sale, so I'm definitely looking forward to, like, the future gains that I'll be seeing out of this. Of course, it's going to be ugly for a while now, but in the future, it's going to be awesome to look at these gains that I got from buying these stocks on sale. But anyways, that's what it is, guys. My portfolio is basically destroyed temporarily. As you can see, we are completely negative. We are negative $4,000 right now. So I have $4,000 less than what I originally put into this. This should be at about $59,000 right now. So my account is negative, but that's all part of it, man. This is going to be a video that I'm going to reference to everyone in the future to show you guys that this is just a temporary setback. This ain't nothing but a thing, baby. This is just a road bump in the short term, and in the long term, this is really not gonna matter. The only thing that's gonna matter long term about this is that I bought a bunch of Microsoft and a bunch of VOO on sale instead of paying the high premium price just a few days ago. But anyways, I just wanted to show you guys this, let you know my thoughts, and still reinforce the idea that I am not worried about this. Although I am being a bit dramatic about the portfolio, I feel like it's rightfully so to be like, you know, show you guys that I'm completely negative here. But with that being said, I'm not stressing about it whatsoever. It's just a part of the game, man. And once you learn how stocks work, and once you learn that stocks, they basically do always go up. Now, although that sounds very ignorant, in the long-term game, it seems like they always go up. You'll face temporary dips like this, and these dips may last for months or years until you recover to that final point again. But in the long term, the stocks will always keep going up, at least if history stays correct to itself and stays consistent. Then it's just going to keep going up eventually. It's going to recover from this. And what a lot of people don't realize is when it finally does recover, it's probably going to bump up a lot. Like, it's probably going to jump up almost just as much as it jumped down in one day. So we could be seeing like 10% gain in one day eventually when it finally does do that rebound towards a positive market in the future. So a lot of people don't realize that, and they try to time the market. And when they try to time the market, they pick the wrong day to jump right back into investing into everything, and they miss out on that initial, 8 to 10% gain in that one day off the rebound. So that's a lot of mistakes that people can make by timing the market. But anyways, I just wanted to show you guys this video on basically my portfolio. I know a few people are probably interested just to see what my portfolio is looking like after this huge downturn, this huge crash, or whatever you want to call it. But whatever it is, 9% is a lot to go down in one day, especially if your portfolio is even larger than mine. But as I said, guys, it's nothing to be stressing over. If you're in it for the long term, don't worry at all. Now, if you're a short-term investor and you're just trying to make some short-term gains, then you definitely have some reason to be worrying right now. I'll be completely honest with you. But if you're a long-term investor and you invest in quality stocks such as VOO, Apple, Microsoft, and Tesla, at least in my opinion, I believe those are quality stocks, then you really have nothing to worry about. This is just a short temporary problem that we're going to be facing, but eventually it's going to rebound. That's just how things go. At least in my opinion, this is not financial advice. Once again, this is just all what I think is going to happen and all of my views towards everything. And as always, guys, if you do want to get started with investing, and in my personal opinion, I think this is a fantastic time to begin investing. Like I mentioned earlier, all of these stocks are basically on sale for you, which is an opportunity that most investors usually don't have. So if you do feel like this is the time for you to finally start making some money, and especially some great long-term money if you invest in quality stocks, then I would personally recommend Robinhood. And I know a lot of people don't like this platform, but I think it's simply the best out there for casual people that want to start investing, but they don't know every single intricacy of what's involved in investing. And Robinhood does a great job of making everything very, very simple. As you guys can see, this user interface is very user-friendly, and you can just go anywhere you want with no issue whatsoever. Whereas you have other apps like Webull, which is also an option. If you sign up with my referral code right now, we'll both get 2 free stocks, I believe. I have referral links for both Webull and Robinhood down in the description below, but as I said, I would personally recommend Robinhood if you're a newer user. It's just very user-friendly, and it personally gets me excited about investing more than apps like Webull would. So that's just my personal opinion, and if you guys do want to get started, I'll leave my referral links down in the pinned comment below and in the description as well. Good luck to all of you guys that want to start investing, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please be sure to drop a like for the YouTube algorithm. It really does help me out when you guys smash that like button, and it really does help me get discovered as a newer channel on this platform. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you all have a great rest of the week.